You're listening to the SuitesFlow podcast.
Ciao and welcome from Mario and Alessia to a new episode of the SuitesFlow podcast.
For too long, real estate sold a story of status. Now buyers are demanding the messy, unscripted truth of what they're actually buying.
Yeah, that really cuts to the heart of it, doesn't it? The anxiety in the market right now. So today we're exploring this really critical shift, moving from, let's call it old luxury marketing brand 1.0 to a new era, an era of, well, radical transparency, brand 2.0.
And how technology isn't just, automating things, it's making honesty, real, straightforward honesty, the ultimate sales tool, maybe the only effective one left.
Okay, let's start with the problem then. Why are people so tired of the old way? The SuitesFlow essays talk about this emotional core, this loneliness of seeing too much.
It's a powerful idea. It really captures the irony of so many modern high-rises.
What do you mean irony?
Well, you pay millions for this incredible sweeping view, right?
Yeah.
But everything about the building, the experience, is designed to be curated.
Polished.
Exactly. Detached from the actual city below. It ends up feeling remote, almost sterile. Profoundly isolating, even with that amazing view.
So it's that feeling you get when maybe you spent, what was the example? $2.8 million on 800 square feet in Miami.
Yeah, and you realize it didn't buy you some kind of higher state of being. It just bought you a very expensive, very generic box that feels just like the one next door.
The homogenization of luxury. But how did the industry get so hooked on selling that specific generic dream? I mean, the marketing all looks and sounds the same.
That's brand 1.0 in a nutshell. It leans heavily on uniformity. The ads, the smooth orchestral music, the sort of wistful piano.
That soundtrack of vague aspiration.
Right, it's meant to signal exclusive, but really it just screams bland. It sells this promise of, transcendence, but with zero verifiable, grounded reality behind it.
And developers are still paying for this. Paying, you said, 5 figures easy for what's essentially a rebranded template. It just becomes background noise, like elevator music. They're not really selling homes anymore.
No, they're selling a fantasy of arrival. A story about the buyer who has finally made it.
Like the Armani suit analogy in the essays.
Exactly like that. In the 70s, the suit itself was almost secondary. The story was the product, the story that you belonged. You'd arrived. Real estate adopted that playbook. The status narrative was everything. The actual apartment, less important.
But that story, that narrative, it's starting to unravel now, isn't it? The pretense became the problem.
It did. That gap between the glossy promise and the, let's be honest, often mundane reality, that's creating what the essays call emotional whiplash.
Whiplash, because the spa-inspired bathroom is just a nice toilet.
Pretty much. Maybe it has heated seats, but it's not a sanctuary. And that panoramic ocean view, well, it often conveniently leaves out the parking garage next door.
The giant billboard.
At the giant billboard, yeah. People invest millions based on an idea, and then they wake up living in a place that feels, frankly, as impersonal as a hotel room. They feel tricked.
Okay, so we've got the emotional fatigue, the exhaustion with the fantasy. But let's connect this to the market itself. Is this just a feeling, or is it actually shifting the numbers?
Oh, it's shifting the numbers big time.
Yeah.
This isn't just anecdotal. Brand 1.0 is sputtering economically. The quantitative evidence is pretty cold.
Like what?
Well, look at inventory in top luxury markets, Manhattan, South Florida. We're talking inventory levels up something like 30% year over year.
30%? Wow. That's a lot of unsold luxury.
It signals a major disconnect between supply and confident demand. And get this, turnover rates for those ultra-luxury units. They've basically halved since the pandemic peak.
Halved, so people are looking but not buying.
They're walking into these perfect staged showrooms and they're feeling nothing. Or worse, as you said, tricked. The aspirational promise just isn't enough anymore when they scrutinize it.
Which brings us to that really telling anecdote in the material from the developer, the veteran guy.
Oh yeah, that was striking.
He admitted, I used to tell my partners the slowdown was just a cycle. But then he says, sometimes I look around and think, maybe it's a symptom.
That distinction is crucial. Cycle versus symptom.
What does it signal to you?
It signals that this isn't just a temporary dip. It's a fundamental, probably irreversible shift in what buyers demand. It's moving away from status towards suitability.
Suitability, meaning?
Meaning, does this place actually work for my life? The old high-rise fantasy, it was kind of a solitude engine, wasn't it?
A solitude engine. Offering proximity without community. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah. You're close to the city's energy, but you're not really engaged with it. Now, buyers are consciously opting out of that game.
They want precision, utility.
Exactly. They're treating real estate less like a trophy to show off and more like, well, like complex software. Something you need to test, debug, make sure it actually performs before you commit.
And you see that in the questions they ask now, right? It's not just about price per square foot anymore.
Not at all. That's becoming almost secondary. The lifestyle queries are taking over. People are asking, okay, what's the walk score to the nearest farmer's market?
Or can you show me the actual noise levels in this unit during rush hour?
Precisely. They want grounded, verified data about their potential life there, not just marketing fluff.
Okay, so if the core problem is this huge, sometimes fraudulent gap between the marketing promise and the lived reality,
Then the solution has to be about closing that gap.
which means a big philosophical pivot towards honesty, towards brand 2.0.
Yes, it's a reckoning with honesty. Think about other industries, like the examples used in the SuitesFlow essays. Warby Parker, showing their supply chain, focusing on fit over just prestige.
Or Patagonia being radically transparent about environmental costs, materials.
Right. They built trust by showing the real picture, the sometimes messy reality, not just a polished fantasy.
And that's the approach SuitesFlow champions. Brand 2.0 sells what's actually there. Flaws, complexities, everything. The goal is just collapse the gap, make the dream sold, match the life lived.
And the ultimate expression of that, the core of it, is unit-specific clarity. The old way, maybe you got one or two fancy, generic showcase models.
Right, the show pony units.
Exactly. SuitesFlow flips that. It provides detailed virtual tours for every single unit, whether it's built yet or not.
So if I'm the buyer, I get to see my unit. Not just a floor plan type, but the actual unit I'm thinking about. Like the one on the northeast corner, 42nd floor.
That exact one. Unique orientation, unique view, everything.
And the level of detail must be intense.
It's uncompromising.
And the view. Is it the real view?
The actual authentic view. Simulated, yes, but completely unfiltered.
Unfiltered meaning if there's a construction crane next door. Or that timeshare billboard we mentioned, you see it.
You absolutely see it. Transparency means showing it all. The hum of street traffic, the shadow from the building next door, the crane. It's about precision, not hiding things.
And the specs are just laid bare. No marketing spin.
Square footage, orientation, the exact finishes chosen for that unit. It's all there, clear, up front. No feeling like you're walking into a marketing ambush.
That level of data-driven confidence must change how people make decisions.
It absolutely does. And it's boosted by other features too, features inspired by the thinking in the SuitesFlow essays, like the POI interactive map.
POI, points of interest.
Right. It helps you understand the entire immediate environment. Not just the pretty parts, but the useful stuff too. Shops, transport, parks, everything around the building.
And AI guidance comes into play here too.
Yes, and importantly, it uses real, verified data. It's not just guessing based on price range. It matches people to units based on their specific stated needs.
So if someone says, I need quiet mornings.
The AI can find units buffered by a park or facing away from busy streets using actual verifiable noise data. It's matching suitability, remember, not just status.
What feels really different here, though, isn't just the detail, it's the scale of it. Developers used to struggle to make even one or two perfect CGI models.
That's the absolute key differentiator. SuitesFlow is, as far as we know, the only company in the world that can deliver this level of unit-specific detail and personalized data-backed experience at scale.
Scale meaning hundreds of units, thousands.
Hundreds, even thousands of units per building, every single one accurately represented.
And does this honesty actually work? Are there results?
The impact is measurable and pretty profound. We see engagement with units like time spent exploring basically double.
Double, okay.
And the close rates for units people have toured this way. They're reportedly 40% higher than traditional showings.
40% higher. Why?
Because the decision is driven by genuine confidence and validation. You know what you're getting. It's not based on manufactured hype or fear of missing out.
That speed, that precision, that scale, it sounds computationally intensive. How is it even possible?
It's possible because of the proprietary engine underneath it all. It's called VIM, the Volumetric Information Multiplier.
Okay, VIM. Let's break that down simply. What is it? Why is it better than the old way of making visualizations?
Think of VIM as an engine that takes all the available data for a building architectural plans, geospatial info, visual data, engineering specs, and instantly synthesizes it.
Synthesizes it into what?
Into reliable, data-anchored digital twins of every single unit. It's basically translating the raw engineering reality directly into a visual reality you can explore.
So the old way involved CGI artists painstakingly building each room, guessing at lighting. It was slow, expensive, and subjective.
Exactly. And inherently biased towards making things look perfect, even if it meant fudging the details a bit. That's why developers could only afford to show maybe 2 or 3 idealized model units. It perpetuated the generic fantasy.
So how does Vim generate the tours differently? What's the input?
It takes the raw data sets directly. We're talking spreadsheets, CAD drawings, floor plans, JSON files, even photos if available. The building's actual DNA.
It uses that raw, verified data.
Yes, it completely bypasses the need for subjective, manual CGI modeling and endless revisions. It's locked to the engineering reality.
That feels like the real technological leap, making the building visible and real even before it's built, including the actual outside view.
That's it. It's trust made visible. It collapses that painful gap between the dream they sell you and the often messy reality, simply by prioritizing data precision over marketing gloss.
This whole shift, it really reframes the entire relationship between the buyer and the seller, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
The market's pain point was that mismatch, that feeling of being sold a bill of goods. Brand 2.0, powered by this tech, solves it by anchoring everything in precision, uncompromising precision.
And it changes how we think about home. It isn't some story we construct to signal our status. It's the specific, unscripted place where our actual story unfolds.
So we don't need promises of perfection or forever.
Right. So we need the exact layout, the exact light, the exact views that fit our real, complicated lives.
And it's that precision, that honesty, that builds real confidence. You know, maybe the view worth chasing isn't the generic, elevated one from the 42nd floor that tries to make you feel detached.
Maybe it's the view through it. The one that's exact, revealing, honest. The one that actually connects you back to the world, the community, right outside your walls.
It's the difference between buying a painting of a place and actually owning the coordinates of a reality.
Well said.
See you in the next episode.
You're listening to the SuitesFlow podcast.